All right, y'all, back in the shop. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Me meeting up with Guru. That's something we've been trying to plan for a while. Shout out to my boy Sean. I think how we met, I reached out to him. We had a lot of mutual followers and stuff, and I reached out to him like, hey man, you know, had a customer out his way that wanted some work done, and you know, sent him his way, but I don't think it worked out. But we just became cool. We from the same place, you know, so that was super cool. So shout out to my boy for putting me on his channel. Back in the shop, I'm not 100%. As you know, I have a 2-year-old at home, and any new virus, any new sickness that comes out, she gets it from daycare and then comes home and spreads it to the whole family. So my wife and my stepson got it first. My oldest daughter is here. She got it, and now I got it. So I'm not 100%. Also, I had surgery on Monday. Nothing crazy, not to worry, guys. Nothing crazy, minor surgery. I had that Monday. Today's Thursday, so doctor said, you know, give it a few days before I really start to do any strenuous stuff. So I figure I'm gonna come in today, do something light, doing a little painting and some pieces here for this car. And then this car came in last week. Loyal subscriber, follower, everything. Brought me this 96 Impala. Clean car. I mean, it's got a lot of awesome stuff on it. It's got a panoramic roof. He's got the fiberglass hood, which is super cool. And believe it or not, this car only has 60,000 miles on it. It's got the turn signal mirrors, which we're going to be doing, wiring those up. I'm trying to get a set for these for Carlos too. So we've been doing that. It's getting an alarm. We got the Adrian Rogers. Where is it? He brought me a whole bunch of stuff. Here it is. The center console lid. And I meant to do a video on how to install this. A couple people have reached out and asked me, and I never did. So I'll film it today in this project. Then we got a new double din going in, getting rid of that old stuff. And then we got he bought a lower dash from my boy Ivan. So we got this new lower dash. As you can see, it's a different color, but we'll be painting that. So I got it up on the bench. We got the details kit. I think it was details. Yeah, details SS kit. Shout out to my boy Sean Anderson. So we're gonna be cutting this out, getting this ready, and I've already done 2 videos on the details kit and the etchers kit. I gave my opinion on which one I like more and why. They're both very similar, minor differences between the two that give me a preference on one over the other. So first thing I'm gonna do is get this busted open, line this up, see where I need to cut, and then we'll get to cutting and trimming and fitting and gluing. And then once we get all that done, then we'll get to painting. And then I'm gonna get to wiring up the center console when I do the radio, when I change the radio. I got somebody coming to install this alarm. I really need to learn how to do alarms, at least on these cars. But I just never seen it done and never really paid attention. So I'll watch him when he does it so I can kind of learn a little bit. And then we'll worry about the turn signals. That'll probably be the hardest thing we have to do, is running the wires for the turn signals, because I believe I have to take the door panels off. So let me get to it. Let me get to cutting and getting this details kit all set up, and we'll go from there. Also, I get people that ask me all the time, hey, how can I get in contact with you? How can I get in contact with you? There is at the end of every single video, my Instagram, my Facebook logo pops up with my username. Best way to get in contact with me is shoot me a message on Instagram. Once you go to my Instagram page, my address is on there, and you can call me right from Instagram to my phone. So several ways to get in contact with you. I'm not going to respond, because just, if you take 2 seconds and just look around a little bit on the page, you'll find out how to get in contact with me. Currently not taking any LS swaps. I've just been having too many issues with doing them. I got this one, and I got another one I got to finish, but after that I'm going to slow down on them, just with the tuning and just a lot of little stuff. You know, I do have a couple cars I have finished, some that aren't finished, the customers took back. It's a whole thing. So, you know, for now I'm just not going to do any more, you know, until I really find the right people to kind of, you know, take over when I finish, you know, do the tuning and different stuff like that. So Not taking any swaps right now. When I do start doing swaps again, I'm really just gonna do them, you know, you drop the car off and I provide everything. When customers start providing parts, it has to change the way I do things, and it just makes it a little bit more difficult. So you let me, you want a 5.3, 5.7, 6.0, 6.2, whatever, I find it, give you a price, do it. But that'll be probably next year. I'll start doing swaps again. I have one here that I'm almost done with. This is the one with the 5.7. So I'm about wrapped up on this. I just need to get it back on the lift so I can do all the exhaust and linkages and stuff. But everything else is pretty much done. I just gotta, you know, finish putting the top stuff, put the accessories on, but that'll take half a day, not even, just to finish that stuff up. And then I need to put it back on the lift, like I said, so I can get the exhaust and hook up the shifter linkage and all that. But that's a pretty simple one. I'll get that done pretty quickly. And also just a little update, since I really haven't been filming stuff at the shop. There's my car right there under the car cover. Yeah, and these are some of the parts from inside the engine. Here are the heads from that engine. So we got issues again. I honestly think it's my push rod length. I think I'm putting the stock 7.4s in there, and I think because of the heads, I did 799 heads, and I really didn't measure the preload. I kind of just eyeballed it, and I think that's where I went wrong on my motor. So what we're doing, we're just gonna stick a stock 5.3 in there, guys. I was gonna LS swap the two-door. The two-door Tahoe is currently up for sale. This was the 5.3 that was gonna go in the two-door. I'm gonna just slap that in my car for now with a stock converter and just finish getting it painted, getting it done. And I'm gonna take that block that's in that car to the machine shop. I'm gonna have him build me a badass iron block 6.2. I have a LS2 intake up there, and I'm gonna do a iron block 6.2. So it'll be bored out 6.2. I got a 6.2 rotating assembly. I got a huge Texas speed cam. We'll have roller rockers, the whole, it'll be a built motor. And then eventually I'll slap it back in there. If I get something else, I'll put it in there. But on to what this video is about today. Working on this 96 and all the mods we're doing to it. So let me go ahead and get to cutting this stuff out and getting this ready to go. All right, so got most of everything, got the double dent installed. I didn't really show that process, I've done that before, but I got it all taped off. First I hit it with the Sem soap. Now I'm about to hit it with the prep. We'll hit it with some adhesion promoter, and then we'll start spraying. I'm gonna spray this first, and then I'm gonna reinstall this and then hit it with another coat so it blends. And I'll do the same with the ashtray. I'll make sure all this stuff is gray, so it's kind of uniform. So you don't see, the only time you'll see the tan is on the back side, but once it's installed in the car, if you pull this off or pull the ashtray out, it'll all be gray. So it should be pretty simple. We're getting by. So little update. Ooh, would you look at that? Can't even tell it. Alright, well, we got that upper dash out. Got that old radio out. Just got the dash sitting up here for now. New radio going in. Looks like it's a wireless CarPlay. That's the radio there. Got this thing up here. I've already used the Sem soap and kind of cleaned it a little bit. So it's, you know, I'll let that dry. And I'm gonna hit it with the same stuff, you know, and it'll match the gray over there. So it kind of almost looks green right now, honestly. It doesn't look very good, but when I get done with it, it's gonna be beautiful. So just gonna hit it with the prep adhesion promoter, gray Sem, and then once I'm done with the gray, I'm gonna do the black part, the radio bezel and the vents on that. And that's where we'll be. So getting it ready. So should come out nice. Should come out real nice. All right, well, that's done and painted. So that's all done. Looks good. Took a lot of paint to get it right. May need to come in and touch up a couple of little parts there, but other than that, it looks pretty good. So we'll yeah. So So now what I'm working on now, I'm gonna put this back in the car, and then I'm gonna work on this, finish this up, get this part black, paint that black, paint the ashtray. That'll all be done. I've been messing around with the radio, got the radio fit in there with the double DIN kit. So that's all good to go. I was getting ready to wire it up, but I remembered with Pioneer, you have to put a bypass or a bunch of the stuff doesn't work and all that. So I got to go in here. I got the, these are the harnesses here. But I connect the park and brake bypass. This is the microphone, the GPS antenna for the wireless CarPlay. Then this is all your RCA inputs, USB extension, pretty common stuff with these cars. He also has a backup camera, but I talked to him, we're not going to put it in yet, so I'm not worried about that right now because he wants to put it here. And so that's about it. So the goal today now is to finish up, put the dash back in, get everything painted and ready. Tomorrow morning I'll go to the audio place and get the bypass module so I can wire everything up, wire it up, install the dash. Actually, before I put the dash in, hopefully my boy Tank can come do the alarm. The same guy did the alarm on the two-door, so I'll let him come do that before I put everything back together. The top dash can go in though, because there's nothing that's not gonna be a way of anything, but the bottom dash will. So I'll leave it out until he's finished doing the alarm, because he's got to get up under there and do all that. So once he gets done with that, then we'll go ahead and put the lower dash back in. I may be able to get the cup holder finished up today. The mirrors I'm going to save for tomorrow for two reasons, because when the alarm guy comes, I can have him just run the two wires, and then I'll just, you know, from the turn signals, and I'll run the rest myself. So that'll help me out tremendously. So I'm gonna put the top dash back in, get that back in, get the A-pillars back in, and yeah, and then we'll finish up the lower dash, and then maybe wire up the cup holder, put the steering wheel back in, and then we'll be done for the day. I think that'll be a good stopping point, is finishing the steering wheel, the center console lid, and then we'll jump on it tomorrow. So let me get the top dash back in and some other stuff, and then I'll pick the camera back up. All right, y'all, we back at it. I don't remember where I left off in this particular series, because I had stopped filming, working on this car to film the Atlanta Ink Peach Fest, but this is done. The dash is completely done. So what I'm doing now, I already test fitted it. The upper dash is in, so that's done. Radio's in, but the battery's dead. So what I'm doing now is I'm installing the center console lid. So basically I picked up the camera so I can show you guys how to do that, well, how I do it basically. I'm gonna need some light. Let me get my handy dandy light here. It's pretty simple. Hold on, let me. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna need some positive and negative wire right here. So I don't need much. I normally cut off more than I need, because I'd rather have more than not enough. Let's say about that. That should do it. What we're gonna do, got it all nice and bright in here. All right, so basically we gotta take this off, take the shifter handle off, and then this whole piece will come off. If you don't know how to take off the shifter handle, it's not hard. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but there's a little like staple right there. You just gotta pry that out. And flathead will work better. I had one, but I don't know what happened to it. Hold on. All right, got that off. So now This is the light we're going to tap into, because since this is hooked to the headlight switch already, all we're going to do is drill a hole here and then run the wire through and tap into this. Real simple. Real simple. So let me get a drill bit so I can drill a hole, get everything set up, and fits. Yep. Put that one through. Oh. The reason why I do one longer than the other is so that it's wide, because I don't have to make the hole really wide, so it allows it to pass through easier. Run this wire. Should come up the side. Okay. So now that we got this wire here, positive and negative, it's real simple.